Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast. Don't worry about that feedback you just heard. That's just the sound of a great podcast being started. I am AJ Simmons, 1/3 of your comedy hosting crew, and I have a joke for you. We all have a joke for you this evening because this is, in fact, a comedy podcast. I'm going to have to read off my phone a little bit, but I will look up at you. So here it is. On November 24th, 2009, a group of spelunkers were exploring the Nutty Putty Cave near Utah Lake. 4 of the group chose to leave their party in search of the Birth Canal, a tight but navigable passageway with a turnaround at the end. One man entered an unmapped passageway, which he wrongly believed to be the canal, and found himself at a dead end with nowhere to go besides a narrow vertical fissure. Believing this to be the turnaround, he entered headfirst and then became wedged upside down. After 28 hours, the man ultimately suffered cardiac arrest due to the strain placed upon his body over several hours by his inverted, compressed position. I once almost suffered a similar fate in your mother's pussy.
Oh!
Man,
Oh!
I can't believe you couldn't memorize that.
Cut to toll.
Oh, okay. I got 2 jokes. Don't even worry about it. Hey, the solar eclipse was today. You guys here? You guys know that?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I actually thought it was last week, but apparently your mom was just sunbathing.
Okay.
Hit it. All right. The Iowa women lost the college basketball championship. Turns out Caitlin Clark and my pregnant girlfriend have something in common. No ring. She's going to hate that one.
That was a good joke. Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
That was good.
Thanks, buddy.
That was good. Local high school students in Richmond, Virginia were doing their end of the year tradition at the school for the teachers. This tradition is when the students make crepes at the end of the year for all the faculty and staff. Although there was some controversy this year when rumors began to spread that the students had peed and jizzed into the crepes. Right now I'd like to do, the crepes have been sent in for testing. I'd like to do an impression of the teacher receiving the phone call back on the crepes, okay? This is my impression of the teacher on the phone. Hello? Yes. Uh-huh, yep. No. Yes. I think so. Yep. Okay, yep. Yeah, it was jizz.
I knew it by the taste.
So that's our attempt at our new little monologue format. We're going to try to come with some new jokes for you every single week just to get the show started. Remind you that it's all just good times. It's all just jokes. Don't take it too seriously, but make sure to take it a little seriously so you don't broadcast for 30 minutes to nobody like we did last week. You know?
Yeah, it was fun.
Take it seriously enough that you actually do it sort of correctly.
Yeah.
That's all we can ask.
Yeah, we did
for
it.
Really
we did it correctly. A half hour late.
Yeah. We did good. We did very good. Alex is on the mend, though. I just checked the phone. It looks like we are, in fact, live on YouTube.
Nice.
Any complaints of shit being wrong yet, Shyla? Awesome.
Ooh, look at us.
Yes.
Shoved right off the deck there, out into the waters.
I also wanted to let the audience know, the people watching live, that feel free to drop in any questions that you think of throughout the podcast, because at the end, I thought it'd be fun to maybe just pick a handful to answer as best as we can as experts on comedy, ice cream, and jizz.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I'm the resident
That's enough.
jizz expert.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That is correct. The eclipse did happen. I almost missed it, but thanks to your family next door, they had a little extra pair of glasses.
Oh,
I
nice.
tried to look at it raw dog, and Molly was like, AJ, don't do that.
Yeah, I tried to do that too.
I was trying to sneak some peeks at it.
In the movies, you can always see it sort of that way.
Yeah, you can't at all. I had a little piece of cardboard with a hole in it that Sarah and I were looking. We held it up to the sun and then looked at it on the ground. And I was like, all right.
Molly had a colander outside that I guess you could see the crescent cut via the holes in the colander.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I was at the ice cream shop making ice cream, and I could see it getting dark. So I'm like, oh, let's take a little ice cream break and go outside and see what's going on. And like on the ground, all of the shadows were all weird and wavy and like ring shaped, and it was really creepy. Then a whole bunch of sparrows came and started like walking around. They didn't know what to do. Like 20 sparrows came in.
Yeah.
And like just started walking around the ground. Like
grounded themselves?
yeah, they're just like walking around like,
What the fuck is
what?
going on?
And they're like chirping around. It was really creepy. For
Well,
like
it must
10
be
minutes.
so creepy to them because likely they don't have the
They have no
science
sense of-
understanding.
yeah.
Yes.
Likely?
I've heard birds are pretty smart.
Yeah.
The squirrels up in the top of the tree crunching numbers earlier
Yeah.
tonight.
You got a crow right behind your pal.
That's
Watch
true.
what you say.
That is true.
Oh. Yeah, it was kind of, I think being in the path of totality would have been more exciting.
Yeah.
But the 84% we got here was interesting. It was like dusk or dawn.
Sounds like a great hardcore metal
It
band.
really does.
Path of totality.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, it got a little chillier outside too.
It was weird. There was not a cloud in the sky today, but when the eclipse was happening, you were standing in the sun, but you couldn't feel the warmth of the sun.
Yeah.
Disconcerting.
And apparently the eclipse can cause clouds to disperse because of the sudden temperature change. If it were to be cloudy, it can help that happen too.
And as the resident dumbest person on this podcast, I feel inclined to ask. I think I read this type happens every 20 years or so, right?
I think it might even be, but I think like in the area or in America or something because I think the next one's like.
I just know Molly said
7
the
years
next
from
time
now.
I'll see one is I'll be 79 years old.
Oh shit!
But she's 59 or something right now, I think. So
She loves that you said that on a podcast.
we'll bleep that. We'll fix that in post.
There was one, like, 7 years ago? 20?
I think it's
2017?
very rare for them to be this close together.
Yeah, but it's an unregular. It's not like every 20 years.
Yeah.
It's just depends
It's not like
on them.
cicadas.
But it is kind of weird. With cicadas, the two broods are coming out at once this time. So the 17-year and the 13-year are coming out in the same year, and that only happens like every 220 some years. I don't know the exact number, but it's 200 plus years. So it's kind of fucking crazy.
So we're definitely eating cicadas.
we
this
are
year.
for sure, and it's here. It is actually here this time too.
Land scrimps.
Yeah, that's right. We made a big deal about that, and then we were like, never mind.
Well, they weren't here. That was we
Yeah.
were ready to go like that
Yeah.
week.
We would have had
park.
to have went to the East Coast or something.
Yeah.
I think is what the reason
Yep,
was
that's
because
where
we
it
did
was.
some pretty dedicated research.
We did.
on, like,
We were into it.
what's the best way to is
Yeah.
do you do a boil or
Yeah.
And you want the fresher ones so they're less hard.
yes
Even that. And apparently they taste like shrimp.
the veal of
Yeah.
cicadas. You want the
Yeah.
young ones.
Yeah, you don't want that hardened exoskeleton as
We want
much.
'em young and plump.
That's right. Just like
College
helicopters.
co-ed kind of cicadas.
That's right. Ooh, yeah. That's young and plump.
Well, you both actually did traditional college experiences. Were you getting much action like via dorm room stuff, or is it kind of like no one's getting laid?
Oh, I had
dorm
my
rooms.
first like real girlfriend. I was getting laid after the first semester a lot. Getting laid a lot and failing out of college.
That's
pretty
not
sweet.
bad. It's not bad.
Good trade-off.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mind.
If I could go back, I would change a thing.
Yeah. I'm barely scraping by and my house is free.
But you have all those memories. They can't take those memories.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's a piece of paper going to do for you right now?
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a goddamn thing.
But then
Yeah.
pussy-eating memories, motto.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the dorms and everything.
Oh, that's right. Gosh,
Yeah.
there's so many great told stories.
Yeah, your college career is a decorated
pretty decorated 1-year career.
Wasn't here for a long time, here for a good time.
That's goddamn right. I say, future alcoholics of America welcomed me with open arms.
Waved you right in.
They sure did.
It's a different FAA, not quite like the pilot kind. You know?
Yeah.
Unless you talk about that Denzel
Actually,
movie.
it's a lot like the pilot kind. Yeah, it's pretty much the same one.
That movie actually changed my life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I watched it once before. I think I remember talking to at least you about it.
Yeah.
Where there's that scene, because to give you the gist of it, folks, if you haven't seen it, it's good. It's called Flight with Denzel, and he's all fucked up. He's doing coke to recover from getting drunk all night. Usually, he's a crack pilot, but he winds up fucking up, and then there's this big scene.
He doesn't fuck up. He's a hero pilot.
Right, but he's fucking up in his life, I should
Yeah.
say. But that's all starting to kind of come in on him because he has to go to court, I guess, to explain like how he did it.
Yes. And act like and pretend that he wasn't drunk.
Yeah, that he wasn't all fucked
Even
up.
though he's drunk at that
I'm drunk
very
right
moment.
now.
Yeah, and
But
on
he's-
coke.
Yeah. But that cures you right up, baby.
But in that scene, he, in great Denzel fashion with like the single Denzel tear kind
Yeah.
of style, he has some scene where he says something to the effect of, I just couldn't tell another lie.
Yeah.
And he has this whole monologue about, even as basically a lifelong liar, he hit a point where he just like couldn't tell another lie, and it happened to be right then in front of like all the press and the court. And I remember seeing that and being like, damn. Like it kind of created a domino effect in my life of like stuff I was lying to myself about, you know?
Yeah, I get it. That movie was good.
I remember when it came out, I'm like, Denzel Washington's a drunk pilot. They made a movie about this?
Yeah.
And I didn't see it until like sometime over COVID. I think I missed like a little chunk of it, but I'm like, this is a really fucking good movie. I think Denzel's in it just doing a masterful job. Of course, it's a good movie.
Well, and John
Denzel
Goodman's
Washington's
The coke dealer?
Yeah, his coke
Yeah.
dealer. It's great. And he does it very believably. It's
Although I would say John Goodman is pretty fat for an old coke dealer.
yeah.
You know?
I don't think many live to that age.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it could have went much worse considering that. I mean, John Goodman's a great actor,
Yeah.
but I think of that movie Kevin James did where he was supposed to be a hard ass.
Yeah.
And it came
Becky.
off. Yeah. And
What's
came
it
off-
called?
Becky. Where he's like a escape from prison and has to fight a little girl.
And he's like a neo-Nazi,
Yeah.
isn't he?
What?
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
just like
What?
It's
Yeah.
a very weird like. I feel bad for Kevin because
Joel
you can
McHale
tell,
is also in it, which is kind of fucking nuts.
and Kevin James is giving his all, and I
Yeah.
feel bad, but it's just no matter what he did, we couldn't make it believable in camera or something.
Although I see him get interviewed now, and I'm like, Kevin James, yikes. You know, I used to like him so much.
Does he
and
say
I'm like,
weird shit?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just a bald conservative weirdo now, I feel like.
Is he
So,
bald?
Yeah. He went for it. He's all in.
Yeah, that's right.
Was he wearing a rug during those shows?
No,
No.
I think he just started losing his hair and went for bald.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know.
Because he was
that.
on some Netflix sitcom where he played like a NASCAR manager.
I'm always up to date on the bald news stuff. You know me. I always know who has hair plugs. And
That's
who's
like
bald.
me in the alcoholic movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That was another
Yeah.
one, though. I mean, I know you've talked about it before, but A Star Is Born, the Bradley Cooper one. That,
yeah. Oh,
that
boy.
scene where he's pissing his pants after like falling on stage. That was more directed towards like other people in my life that have caused me moments like that.
Right.
But I don't know how like seeing it it feels weird to be affected like this as a grown adult, like by movies and stuff.
Right.
When I cried it up when I saw it in theaters, I was like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm 37 years old.
I
But
was
A Star Is
like-
Born, I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
it just I don't know,
A Star Is Born was
reminds
a
you.
problematic, not problematic, but I was like, oh. Because that scene in particular, I was like, I didn't piss my pants, but I had a very similar moment
Right.
when somebody was like, I'm leaving you. And I was like, what? Why? And they're like, why crazy. Yeah, why the fuck do you blink, you asshole? Like, I'm not an asshole, I'm nice. Like, yeah.
And he
So
does
you're a
such
fucking idiot. Yeah, oh, right. That's true.
Oh, right.
Just because I'm getting drunk at 5 a.m., who cares?
Yeah. 5 a.m. That's starting the day.
That's just, continuing the day or
Yeah.
the evening.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on where you decide the day starts.
That's
you know?
right, buddy.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a pre-nap drinking where I'm like, as soon
Nap.
as as soon as I drink this, I'm gonna go back to bed, and then it's like 1 in the afternoon and whatever.
That was the
I'm
part
on the
of
wagon.
much like the traditional college experience, which might have led into this other experience I missed out on, but I completely missed out on day drinking. I think maybe because of not having traditional college.
Well, here, let me tell you this. Well, you
It
don't
looks so
drink
great.
though.
Well, not anymore, but when I was drinking, as much as I would drink at nighttime, you think I would be
Well,
an ace in the hole.
As much
for-
as you say that, we did a lot of Sunday podcasts, my friend, that lasted for about 3 hours that were often in the afternoon. So you got
now that you put it that way.
Here's a few years of that.
Yeah.
you got some in.
I got a little under my
You got a few days in.
I got one bandolier of bullets
Yeah.
around me.
I remember a gal at my house was like, I think I'm going to have a glass of wine. And I was like, shing! I was like, are you saying I can drink during the day? I was like, all right, here we go.
Drink
Yeah.
during the day?
Yeah.
Baby, has anyone ever told you a genius?
But in college, I remember I never wanted to go tailgating and shit because people would get hammered during the day and then be done for the evening. And I was like, I would much rather wait and get hammered at night.
Right.
So I didn't do much of that in college.
Nighttime is such a fun time to be drunk. That's why I think
Yeah.
the podcasting part was cool. But I don't know if day drinking was the thrust of it for me, though.
Right.
I think it was just timing wise.
It was just
It's just what we did when we
it just
podcasted.
happened.
Yeah.
to get the juices going.
Yeah, old podcast juice.
Get the juices spilling everywhere.
Yeah.
See this, but what happens? So for day drinking now that's my primary move.
Yeah, as I say, like
Like when you get old, you realize I don't want to be out. I used to go out. When you're young, you go close bars down, go to the afties. Go till the sun comes up. I'm an old man now, and I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
So now,
Alex in the club.
oh shit! You kidding me? Liars Club, 2005. Shut
Oh
up.
my God. Were you a regular at the Liars Club?
For a little while.
That's embarrassing.
I'm not going to. I had a fucking great time.
I'm sure you did. You were probably better at that because the club scene
Was
Liars-
Liars was Liars pre-Shags or was
Yes.
that okay?
Yes.
same place.
Was that
Yeah.
Jokers too?
Yep.
Okay.
It was
Shags.
pre. It
is
was
the one I
pre
saw.
those.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
It was the
haunted area.
original one, and I would go there. Because me and my friends always went to bars where there were no ladies, and we were like, "Well, we need to go to a fucking bar that has
Ladies?
Yeah, and then we'd go to a bar that had women at it. We'd be like, "We are not prepared for a bar of this nature where I just fucking hate everyone." You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, all these dudes are fucking douchebags.
You looking at Alex at Liars Club at the time?
I probably was.
Yeah.
Everybody grinding on the
these
dance. Yeah.
Alex starts swinging on you.
Yeah. You looking at me, dog?
Looking at my chick. I have seen that like sort of half a spray tan Guido Alex. That older, that young picture of Alex.
Luckily, I did get
yeah.
on Facebook.
You look hot.
very into that.
I love cover of Juice Caesar haircut, Alex. Goatee. That's a good one.
Don't forget about the goatee.
Yeah,
too.
that's right. That's right. In the goatee.
I was a bit of a man about town,
Yeah.
looking good.
Juice was cool, man. I remember coming to Des Moines and seeing it and being like, man, what I would do to be a part of something like this.
Dude, I love Juice. What I would do, I guess I go to Tasty Tacos at 4:30 on a Sunday, and there's a photographer there, and I'm in it. I did it.
I made it.
Yeah.
Juice was like a local, I don't know what you would call it, like a local entertainment mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, every big
Paper.
city has they used to. Now there's no more print anything, but every big city would have like the Vibe, the Metro, the
Yeah.
Juice. It
I
would
did
tell you
love-
all the cool shit that's going on.
For like kind of young,
And then in the
50s
back,
and under.
and then in the back, there was always just pictures out at bars.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 pages of that, and you'd always see a bunch of people.
That's awesome.
Man, it was
Yeah.
archived somewhere because I would love to see those.
Me too.
I'm in probably 100 of them.
Yeah.
A lot of like
Me,
current
yeah,
politicians.
just like bleh.
Yep.
Alex getting
Alex
head in the back
Carter.
of the Liars Club.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, I lived a life. You know what I'm saying?
Papa was a Rolling Stone. I remember hearing, like, as being a young man, like being on the bus, hearing ads for Liars Club and stuff on
Oh,
the
yeah.
radio. Being like, well, yeah, sort of that same thing of like what I would do to be in that. We had a all ages place called The Vibe, like a little I guess it was just.
Of course, it was called the Vibe.
Yeah, it was like a bar.
Where was this?
This was in Boone.
Oh, okay.
It was called. There's pictures of me and my friends posted up, and it like as 8th and 9th graders
Oh man.
posting in the cut, trying to
Hell yeah.
get laid like you and your friends
Yeah.
apparently.
Get laid.
Yeah, exactly. Get
In
laid.
9th grade.
Yeah, maybe try to kiss a girl.
There used to be a bar in Beaverdale. I don't know how long it was there, but I remember being like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was where Cooney's is now. That same little building thing.
Oh, yeah. I
And
remember
it was
that bar.
called Encounters.
Oh.
And it had a big 8-ball in the front of it, and I was like,
Encounters.
"Encounter?" I was like, "Who's hanging out at Encounters?"
Right.
Encounters with the 8-ball, I think is painting a pretty clear picture right there what's happening inside that bar.
Well, the word encounter implies like something nefarious. too,
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like.
Well, there's implications.
Yeah.
That's the implication.
Encounters. Like, ooh, shit. What's going on at Encounters?
Beaverdale's premier swinger club.
Yes. There used to be fucking Tommy's Hickman Pub, too. That was like
That's what I was thinking.
a half a mile down Hickman. It's completely gone now, but there used to be one or two stabbings there, like every weekend. Amazing.
one or two.
Yeah. Always stabbings. There was never guns. It was always just somebody got lightly stabbed. And you'd be
a little
like,
tenderized.
Sounds fun. Like, why do people keep going to this bar? It's like fucking Roadhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Some people might go for the stabbing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm just here for the stabbing.
I'm here to get stabbed to stab somebody else.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is Encounters. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. In the wrong place.
You're looking for daggers. That's in the back. That's like that in the UK, I hear, though, because they sort of have
No
strict-
guns.
No guns.
Yeah.
So now it's just when there is sort of, it's like a West Side Story
Yeah.
fight.
And there was not a year or two ago, there
Sure
was
it
like
is.
that mass stabbing.
Yeah,
You
how do you
remember that?
how do you pull that off?
Where dude just was running around stabbing
Propelling
everyone he
with
could.
knives on it.
Yeah,
Just like, a house fan with knives on the
Yeah.
front, and you have an extension cord.
Yeah.
You're running around trying to.
Today, I don't know why. I think Sarah brought it up. She's like, I have said something to the effect of she has a problem with getting stabbed, and I was like, that sounds right.
That's reasonable.
But when you think about it, yeah, getting stabbed sounds so fucking horrible.
I wouldn't recommend
It's a good
it.
conversation starter. Anybody you ever been stabbed?
No, I mean, I would say stabbed, other than maybe burning alive, is like the worst to me.
Yeah.
Like the scariest thought or feeling.
Ugh.
Like I would rather be shot than stabbed if it was even in the same exact place. Like AJ,
Right.
we're gonna shoot you in the thigh or stab you. Which would you rather
Ooh,
have?
You want
I think
the
I'd
knife.
rather get stabbed.
You want the knife.
Yeah.
It's
You
clean.
think?
It's clean.
Yeah, it won't go through.
Bullet's gonna fuck you
But
up.
I feel like the
Yeah.
bullets can be so fast that it's sort of just it's already done.
I feel like you can get stabbed and not even know right away that you were stabbed. You
I think
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
know.
I mean, you would you'd have an idea. I saw a dude one time, this Guatemalan dude. He was a cook
Okay.
at a restaurant,
Yep.
and one time he was like just slobbering all over himself. He was so fucked up, and he just fucking stabbed himself. I guess it was a dart, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But he just went.
like a dirty bar.
A dart, yeah,
Dart.
just a dart. We were at a house party, and he goes, and he left it in there, and everybody in the room was like, ah! And I was like, he's just got a fucking. You got a dart in your leg. Yeah, exactly.
You crazy.
I was like, damn, dude, you crazy. Yeah, he was crazy. That's what I learned.
Sounds like a wild boy.
My I had an ex-girlfriend that worked at a restaurant at Wallabies in Ames.
loved
When it was in a different, when it wasn't where it is now, when it was on Lincoln
OG.
Way.
Lincoln Way by the Hy-Vee.
Yeah, and she worked there, and man, the fucking wait staff and the cooks. I was like, I don't know if we can keep going because the people you party with are fucking insane. Like
That's
out of their
restaurant
goddamn
people.
minds. Yes.
Yep.
Service industry people go.
It was fucking crazy.
They go hard in
dude.
the paint.
Yeah. I had a shift manager at Fighting Burrito who came in on acid multiple times.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, you're supposed to count the money and shit, man. no one else here knows how to do that. You're gonna get us all fucking fired.
Oh man.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, the white rice looks like maggots, man," and I'd be like, sort of squinting at it because I was stoned, but I'm like, I have enough respect to not
Try
be
it.
on not be
Yeah.
on acid
Yeah.
at work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that
Unlike
for
your
after-
manager.
Yeah, unlike my manager. That's how you become manager. But I'm sort of squinting at the rice. I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like maggots.
Oh man. I had a manager at an old job that would just he started just coming in shit faced. to where you could be like, because when I quit. So the day I told him I was quitting, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and he was like, he gave me a hug, and I was like, what are you doing? And then he started crying, and I was like, all right. He's like, we're just going to miss you so much. And I was like, yeah. You're going to miss me installing these pool tables, huh? Damn, dog. You are fucking shit-faced. And then he got fired before my 2 weeks was even up. Yeah.
Wow, it's a tight operation over there. Everyone's drunk installing pool tables.
No one was. Just our manager was drunk.
Manager.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Installing pool tables on people's ceilings.
Yeah. No, never drunk at work.
That's good. There was definitely being drunk was sort of a part of work, at least at a lot of when I worked at Domino's. I wasn't really drinking in high school at any serious level, so I was too much of a good kid. I think I've talked about him, but there's a guy named Mark Dude who I used to work with, and he would try to get he would try to get me stoned in the because at Pizza Hut you have to have a place to put all the boxes, you know. So we had like a little shed outside,
a box shed
where it was
a hot box shed.
Yeah, and he'd always try to trick me. He'd trick me into going back there,
trick you,
and then he would come back real quick.
And you ever seen a grown man naked?
He'd be like, "No, you gotta hit this shit, AJ. Don't worry, it's not crazy. This is light stuff." And then I would hit it. He'd be like, "That's the best shit I got. You about to be fucked up." Mark Dude was pretty cool. He was a good guy.
Like it.
I think he's still around. So shout out to him. Yeah,
Mark
I think that Pizza Hut's gone.
Pizza Hut. Oh, that's.
I think it just recently closed. I think it was quite the kerfuffle when it did. People love Pizza Hut out there.
I bet. Was that? And I assume that was the only Boone Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and Godfather's had already left. That was a like ground local news. Stop.
What do they have in Boone now? Papa John's?
No, never had Papa John's. Actually.
Damn, Little Caesars.
I do think we have a Little Caesars now. We have a Papa Murphy's still somehow.
Papa Murphy's, it's taken bake, but it's pretty good if you ever do it.
Yeah,
but I'm like, fuck this bacon at home garbage.
Well, at least our Papa Murphy's hitched their wagon to Family Video, which I don't know was the brightest move.
No,
because they saw it as like
a little short-sighted on their part.
Yeah, because it probably was great. The getting was good for like a couple years.
What business is guaranteed to fail? We'll hitch our wagon to that one. I ordered pizza on Friday for the Iowa game. I'm not going to say where I ordered it from. I will say the pizza was delicious, but originally I ordered one kind of pizza, and the guy's like, hang on, let me go look. Yeah, we don't have that. And I was like, okay, it's on your menu, but let me. He's like, yeah. And he's like, do you want something else? I was like, I got to look. I'll call you back. So then I hang up, and I look at the menu again, and I call back. I'm like, oh, I'll do a Hawaiian pizza. He's like, all right, blah, blah, blah. 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. He's like, is this Cole? And I was like, this is Cole. And
is this Cole?
And he's like, I was just called to tell you we are out of ham. And I was like, you're out of ham? Okay. He's like, do you want a different topping? I was like, you know what? I'm actually okay with just make it with no ham. I'm fine with it. And he did that, and he gave me a large.
I thought he was going to say he called back 5 minutes later. He was like, we don't have any dough. You're like, God damn it, dude.
He gave me a large instead of a medium with a lot. He's like, I put extra pineapple on it, too. I was like, thanks, man. And it was basically an Alfredo pineapple pizza with peppers and shit. It was fucking delicious, I will say that. But
I do not mind pineapple and spinach, also pretty good on pizza, as a matter of fact. You'd be surprised. The girl that called me gay for not smoking enough weed turned me on to that. She was kind of a dickhead otherwise, but
sounds like it.
But she put me onto that game.
That
was many years ago.
Yeah. Now you'd be calling her gay.
She really did. She was like, "You're a pussy," like because I wouldn't smoke smoke a whole bowl before doing yoga for the first time in AA. I was like, I've never done yoga before. I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to be super stoned now to like make you like me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that is bonkers.
Yeah, she was a wild girl.
Yeah.
Just laying there like a pile on the floor.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hot in there too. You know, it's a lot of people. Some of them stink. And
I bet she didn't smell great.
She smelled all right, I think.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice try.
Her personality didn't.
Yeah.
Her personality stinks.
No.
Yeah, I was at that Whiskey River in Ankeny. It was a really weird yoga session.
Whiskey River and Ankeny had yoga?
Yeah.
Like upstairs?
The one kind of in that little newer plaza
Yeah. I know
area.
exactly what
yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about.
that one. Yeah, it was
So
there.
did they do it like in the second level? Like kind of
No, I think it was the main floor. or
You
something.
did it.
That
You
is
did yoga
very
on the
strange.
floor of a bar.
Yeah. Yeah, what a terrible time to spend together.
That is very weird.
You should have got stoned.
Yeah.
Where they're like, wow, that's so odd. One
Yeah.
time at Whiskey River, I was delivering beer there, the same one in Ankeny, and there was a fucking dude unconscious in the parking lot at like 11 a.m. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, do I need to? And I kind of was like,
Poke him with the stick.
I was like, hello? Yeah. And then I just went into Whiskey River, because this was as I was leaving. I was like, just a heads up.
There's a body in
There
the
was an
parking lot.
unconscious person in the parking lot, so leaving you guys with that. See you later. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. With the shelter being close to the club, we actually have that happen a ton.
I'm sure.
Because people will sleep in the dumpster corral,
Yeah.
and they'll like shit themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
People will come and be like, "You got a guy completely covered in shit in the dumpster corral," and be like, "Yeah."
Sounds right.
That was last night's headliner.
Toll, get out of there.
Get home.
We usually, just check to make sure they're not
Yeah.
dead. Offer some water, maybe.
Yeah. My buddy used to print pictures or like develop pictures downtown. Kind of same, very, very similar area, and he the frequency of human shit was phenomenal. Consistent, basically daily. I was like, damn.
Just like little piles of Duke.
Yeah, huge ones.
Huge.
He's like, that's how he knew they were human, because it was like monster
Sasquatches
shits.
loose
Yeah.
in Des Moines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog shit does look like different.
Yeah, just George taking giant
Yeah.
shits. That's for the locals.
It's biodegradable.
Yeah, hell, it's good for the earth, baby.
Yeah. I see George around a lot.
I did everywhere.
Driving, yeah.
Everywhere I see him.
He has probably the best calves in Des Moines.
Dude, one time I was behind him. He wears those little shorts and it has the long fucking dreadlocks. And I was like, damn, who this bitch? And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Damn,
Anyway.
George, you still got it, George.
Yeah. Those sweet fucking hairless calves.
That's it. They are beautiful calves. I mean, you see them. Well, and they're always very tanned because he's outside constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think-
tanned.
A lot of
Des Moines
people
zone.
think he's homeless, but he's not.
No, he's not.
He has a place to live and stuff. He talks about he has a TBI.
Des Moines' own
injury.
Johnny Appleseed.
Except for Johnny Appleseed picks up garbage and then yells at everyone else about it at comedy open mics.
And sometimes throws it around
Yeah.
the stage and just leaves it there.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
1 out of every 4 or 5 times, as a matter of fact.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty cool. I have a great video of him. I've only seen him do it a few times, but he came out with a guitar, and he didn't do the step into the portal because he has this kind of long monologue
His number
mantra
one hit.
thing that he does.
Yeah.
It's sort of he's added to it, but it's kind of the same thing every time. But
Kind
time
of?
it's exactly the same thing every time. But one time he came out with a guitar and just kind of strummed and played around. Got a really interesting video of it.
Oh,
Where I was
nice.
like, one day, whenever George does what George, I mean, I feel like one day he's just
When
gonna
he
be
steps into
gone.
the portal?
Yeah, like he's just really
Yeah.
gonna step into the portal. I'm like, I'm glad I have this video, you George.
Yeah.
It's kind of him truly, because you see, like when people laugh in the way that he likes or sort of applaud. It's like one of the few times you see him like truly like excited and happy. Kind of makes it all worth it.
Almost.
Almost. And then other times you're like,
I'm
damn, George, you're kind of burying the rest of us here.
Oh,
buddy."
buddy, what I love is going after George, and then generally Dan explaining what George just did for a very long time after everyone has already left, and then just walking everybody else by being like, "That's what just happened." Blah blah blah. Here's told. I'm like, "Hey, for you, this is gonna be fun."
You like
Anyway.
grizzly bear sweatshirts?
Yeah, get and go special, baby.
That is a fucking sick sweatshirt.
That's from the get and go?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
And I saw it through the window. I was coming back.
He saw it in the window.
I was coming back from the Funny Bone. I was like, an orange sweatshirt with a fucking bear on it. I was like, I have no choice. And then I went in.
Slammed on the brakes.
Yeah. And I got it for $10 cheaper because I kind of lied to the cashier, which was pretty cool.
I think they're used to being lied to over there.
Yeah. Plus, he was like, "One of those days, man." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You know what I'm talking about?" I was like, "Dude, don't fucking talk to me. I'm just trying to buy this dumbass sweatshirt and get the fuck out of here."
He's trying to be chummy with you.
Yeah. Like, no, I wasn't having it.
One of those days.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm buying clothes at a Get and Go, bro. Leave me alone.
It's one of those days for me too.
I usually buy them at Walgreens. This is kind of a step down for me.
Significantly more expensive, also.
At Walgreens?
No, at Get and Go.
Really?
Oh yeah.
They're taxing over there.
Everything is a fucking ripoff at Get and Go. Although I'm surprised at how well this is held up, to be honest. But I will tell you, I saw a lady on the Southwest 9th Aqueduct wearing the same sweatshirt. And whenever you see somebody walking on the Southwest 9th Bridge, you're like, their life ain't going great. And we got the same fucking sweatshirt.
We'll recognize it.
Yeah, that's right.
It is fucking badass.
Yeah, I thank you.
It's what they call a statement piece in fashion.
That's right.
really.
That is.
This is like my night sweatshirt that I'm
Don't
home,
fuck with me.
I'm home for the evening. No, this is pajama pants, bear sweatshirt, Crocs, and I'm good to go.
Nice.
Time to eat some Cap'n Crunch.
Mixed in. You eat the top half of the pint of ice cream that you put
Yep, that's right.
cereal in, and then you kind of fold it in.
That's right.
I'm going to try it.
Well, I actually did it. So you little Cap'n Crunch, eat it out, then you add more then you just keep going. You don't even need
You resupply.
while folding that layer.
Are you a pastry chef?
Oh, not yet. Might as well. I don't think I've ever. No, I would. I think I can say definitively, I've never made a pastry of any kind.
Never baked a cake?
Would a
I guess
tater
I've
tot
made
casserole be
brownies.
considered a pastry?
I've made brownies.
Huh?
I said, would a tater tot casserole be considered a pastry?
I don't think so.
No, but
bread of
There's
any
roll
kind.
in the name.
Yeah.
So. Casserole play.
You want to do some tater tot casserole play?
You're the tater, I'm the tot.
And we're gonna casserole, bitch. That was weird.
Yeah. Cut that part out, Charlotte. All right. Don't let that go live.
we're on a 7-second delay, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm trying. I think I've made cookies before too.
See, there you go.
But I don't think I've ever made a cake. I've certainly made.
Kind of surprised by that. You seem like a guy who would fire off a cake for somebody.
Yeah, for himself at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
A little funfetti.
Put that in the pizzazz.
Yeah, I bet I've made the packaged blueberry muffins before too. God damn, I used to love those things.
The Jiffy muffins?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh. That's where you...
Your turn it down. Bring it. Wait, sorry.
We're too loud?
Sound, yeah.
The overall sound?
Officially give you a note.
All right.
Got a live note.
Oh no.
We're laughing very loud tonight.
Everyone's just too loud, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Now I can't even hear it. It's all right.
No, I mean...
We get a little excited.
Yeah, we're excitable
bit.
boys. I'll turn up the headphones, maybe. Hello? Does it seem to be better? Shyla?
TBD.
TBD. Boys, keep
They'll let us
talking.
know.
I'll adjust it a little.
I assume.
this late night.
Definitely not as loud.
Definitely not as loud, but still possibly too loud.
Well, turn your own volume down. What do you want us to do? Everything here?
Yeah, is it like crackling? I feel like that could be something
we're like, yeah,
we're blasting
blasting out the old equalizer.
Yeah. There's AJ equalizing.
The equalizer.
I'm regulating.
Nice. We got a nice.
Nice. So that means 80% of the podcast was way too loud.
Hey,
Yes.
Perfection.
we're still working out the new board, you know?
It's true.
I'll raise my hand if I have another question.
There we go.
No, that's good. You can come.
You got
right
a
on.
mic,
You
don't
got
you?
a mic.
Yeah. Don't you have a hot mic?
Oh yeah.
I don't need to. Okay.
They can hear Shyla. All right, nice. You seeing that sweatshirt in a window driving by reminded me of one of my favorite Colin Quinn stories of all time, where I guess he was in a taxi cab in Queens and saw a beautiful woman in the window of a hair salon. And he was like, "Oh, quick, pull over," like to the taxi cab. And the taxi cab pulled over, and he ran up to the window, and it was a cardboard cutout of a chick. And when he turned around, the cab was gone.
That's amazing. What did he think he was going to do anyway, though?
He thought it was like the love of his life.
Yeah,
He
I
was going to make it
suppose.
happen.
Nope, it
I
was
suppose.
a cardboard cutout of C-3PO. Not even close.
Not even close. Everything's still okay on the sound, Shyla?
Yes.
Good. It's
There you
well.
go.
So are you going to... Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
you're good. It's a weird thing with that board. I have to like unplug it to turn it off. It costs a lot of money, but it doesn't have a power switch. You just have to unplug it, so then it like resets a certain input level. So now I know I click it 2 times down, and we should be good
Click it 2 times.
for the input level.
Click it 2 times down. It's a new song.
Are you going to watch the old Dune 1 so we can go see Dune 2?
Please.
I want to.
You want to. You just had a week where you didn't do anything.
I know.
Except be sick.
I know. I should have squeezed it in then.
Did you watch anything of note during that week? Obviously not Dune 1, but
I finished The Sopranos. Entire
Again.
watch.
again, good.
But I finished it.
I thought you and Angela had just done that.
No, we
So you
finally
hadn't finished
we
it.
had like a few left. We closed it out. We watched the 3 Body Problem.
How is that?
Good.
That was a hesitant good.
It's great, but it's only 8 episodes, and it's all like a big build up. And you're like, great. Well, I guess I should have watched this 2 years
Oh,
from
that
now
kinda
when the
sucked.
next one comes out, because this is a lot for not a lot for like no payoff. Like,
And none.
clearly, everything's going to happen in the next season.
Right.
But
That
the Game of Thrones dudes made it, so I'm sure they'll get around to finishing
Cliffhanging.
the second season of it
Yeah.
sometime in 2031.
And neither of you guys have got around. You're not watching Shogun, right?
No.
Dave, are you watching Shogun? It's so freaking good.
That's HBO.
Yeah. No, it's FX.
FX. I remember seeing it somewhere. Like I know it is available for me to watch.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
I just finished the first season of The Bear.
Oh.
I hadn't watched that. I dug it a lot.
Really?
More than I figured I would like it. I liked it even more than I thought I would. I just started season 2.
Yeah, it's
The
fantastic.
second episode. Our man Andrew Lopez is in season 2 also, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and an important episode, I do believe.
Damn. That is really cool. I mean, even because it's not like Andrew and I are best friends, but we obviously know each other and have had a friendship.
Yeah.
Even just that level is so cool to see someone.
He's on freaking Tiger Belly this
yeah,
week, too.
it's so cool to see, or like Sam Talent,
Yeah.
seeing like the shit that he's doing.
Yeah, dude,
Where
he's
it's
on
like-
all of the podcasts now. Sam Talent is making the rounds.
Yep, he's finally getting his little comeuppance.
Yeah.
And he's the first person ever, as Alex has mentioned, to do Joe Rogan and No Sleep. the
That's right.
podcast.
And Let's
And
Ruin Our
Let's Ruin
Childhood.
Our
And Let's Ruin Our Childhood. The trifecta.
That's right.
Yep.
If you want to make
It's
it
hard
in
to
this
say.
town.
Yes, it's hard to say which one made it for him, but
One of them.
yeah.
I don't know the metrics.
yeah,
So.
Yeah.
it's hard to look up those numbers.
You know.
I like our odds, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
we're doing about 1/10,000th or so with those numbers, right?
It's
Those
hard to
Joe
tell.
Rogan numbers.
I don't even know anymore. Last time I checked, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty cool though.
I will say that Dune 2 is so good that I would happily see it in theaters again.
I'm so reticent because it's so freaking long that I don't.
It flies by.
I'm sure it does.
It was unlike Killers of the Flower Moon, which, though it felt short for a 9-hour
That was an
movie-
hour longer than Dune 2. Also,
How
Yeah.
long is that movie?
3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's nearly 4 hours.
Holy sh!
But that one really started to feel like it by the end. I will say Dune 2 did not feel like that to
Yeah.
me. It was, I feel like our friend Wes put it the best that I had seen of movie 1 all set up.
Yeah.
This movie is all payoff,
That's
essentially.
sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
That's why I want to see it, because the first one, I mean, it was long, but I enjoyed it as a film. I'm like, this
It's
is
great looking.
beautiful. But yeah, it's another one of those things where they're like, this is all lead up, and That was a long time to sit through a bunch of lead up, and
Yeah.
now I gotta.
There's also a lot of.
It was like totally eating pussy for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's right. And same thing. I was like, is this dude gonna fuck his mom? What's going on here?
There's definitely big mom fucking vibes
Yeah.
from both of them. That changes in two.
What is he
little,
from
by
a
the way.
Tumwa?
Oh,
It's an insider.
Best looking man.
I did that in Albia on Saturday, and it killed.
I
baby.
bet it did.
It killed.
It's almost not too far from Albia.
It's like
right?
20 miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Because I think. Oh no. It was guys from Oskaloosa that threw a cup of ice at me when I was doing a show in Albia with those boys one time.
Damn.
Yeah. Threw a cup of ice.
Why?
I don't remember saying anything particularly offensive. I think they just felt I sucked, and I was like, all right.
Damn.
instant.
It just like hit kind of in the chest and fell down. I was like, damn, and just kind of moved on. I'm
Yeah,
like, I got
that's
work to
good.
do up here.
Yeah. I'm working.
Yeah. But I think even the Albia people were sort of like, man, fuck Oskaloosa. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Warriors esque meetup outside.
Oh, yeah. I think if you insult a town near another town, you're going to be in good shape no matter what.
Oh
generally.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck Ogden. That'd be my opening line.
Yeah. Although I remember there was a dude,
Fuck the Bulldogs.
there was a dude I remember I went to see at Teehees who tried to pull that. He was like, "Fuck Ames," and everybody's like, "We like Ames. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?" Yeah, like nobody like we're okay with Ames.
Yeah.
yeah. And he
Ames
really
alright.
yeah.
Talk about Dubuque.
yeah, yeah,
Talk about Davenport.
yeah. Drop some. I don't know. Indian. What don't we like near Des Moines? I think we're pretty okay with our neighbors.
Fuck Winterset.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about
I say
Winterset.
fuck West Des Moines.
I'll tell you,
I
you can
guess.
fuck off. That's Clive,
Yeah, you goddamn right.
Hey.
Windsor Heights.
Windsor.
There we go.
Motherfuckers.
Me and my family used to hang out at that Windsor Heights YMCA quite a bit.
Oh,
back
yeah?
in the day, shoot some hoops.
Why, like come to town to hang out at the Y?
No, I should say
AJ wanted to be a part of that too. Apparently.
This seems like something I really want to be a part of. I really felt that way when I saw Juice. I was like, I just want to be near this. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah,
When you're a Boone kid, you know.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah,
I do not.
Yeah, big city boy.
Oh boy.
grew up in this town.
Yep. And I'll die in it. Hopefully not on this podcast. Actually, that'd be a pretty good podcast if I just keeled over on it.
It'd be pretty funny.
Probably not.
Gets
you guys.
over 3,000 views.
Hell, worth it.
Yeah. That's the worst fear is like dying in a cool way that if you had like the requisite talent, it would make you a superstar, but
Yeah.
you don't have the talent. And so then it just gets like 4,000 views on Instagram and you're like, all for naught.
Yeah.
You're up in heaven playing a harp. You're like, fuck.
Check those numbers real quick. 173. I gotta refresh this. That can't be right.
Well, I think I know. I know I've talked about it. I'm not sure if it's been on the podcast, but I tried working on a script about something like that of a bunch of, like basically a purgatory movie about artists that tried to kill themselves in hopes that it would put their music over like
Oh, okay.
that next thing.
Yeah.
That was all the further I got.
Well, I've been thinking of a,
and that's all I got to say about that.
I've been thinking of a dumb movie premise for a few days now, where it's like basically Encino Man, but the caveman comes back to Des Moines, and he thinks everything is fucking just amazing. Like he can't believe any of it. He's like, I had no idea humans could build such things. You're like, yeah.
40 breweries?
No way. And it's just like, and we're like, well, okay, like, damn, you really like Des Moines.
40
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny.
it would
to
be.
People. I think people
It'd be
would
very
find
funny
it-
to us. Yeah,
I think people in general would find it funny because it would be making like, you know, Des Moines is. I'm not saying Des Moines is lame, but like people outside of Des Moines sure think that. You know.
I think it's easy to
Yeah.
to assume it. That being said, I feel like every time I go to even a big city like Los Angeles or New York, unless you have someone from there that really knows cool shit to show you, you're going to wind up kind of doing touristy stuff,
Yeah.
which winds up being kind of corny at
Yeah.
the end of the day. You know,
I remember
everyone acts like it's so cool, but
I
it's
think
like,
you
oh,
guys were there. Was I with you guys? Mark Normand at the Funny Bone.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because I remember
he's like, "What are we doing after this? Like, what's cool to do?" And everybody's like, "I don't know, like, what? Go to bars?
Like we're going to the bar
Yeah.
next door and drink. He's like, all right, I'll see you there. And he
Yeah.
fucking ghosted us.
Yeah. But it was like,
Fair.
What do you expect the answer to be at 11 o'clock in Des Moines or
Right.
anywhere really? Like what?
it's almost
I don't
kind
know.
of flattering that he asked.
I suppose
guess.
that's true.
I do remember at that show. That was I think right around the time I had like cut the tip of my thumb off on that mandolin.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Do you remember that?
I do remember
I remember
that.
I was feeling kind of
Oh.
shitty, so I had a pair of like those Channing Tatum way too tight sweatpant type things.
Okay.
Where they taper at the leg.
Yeah. Like the running pants.
Yeah, kind of like running pants, which I thought were fine enough, like to be at the Des Moines Funny Bone. But we walked up, and he was like, "What's up, Sloppy Joe?" Like he called me, he called me Sloppy Joe. I'm assuming for wearing sweatpants to the show, which I get. Like I guess I should have dressed up. I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
As a comedian, I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I paid.
Who gives a fuck?
I paid for the ticket.
What's up, Sloppy Joe?
Yeah,
That's
it was,
fun.
it was just really funny. I think it's just so like he's on such a hair trigger joke wise.
He is a freak. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they like nonstop. I wish I had some of that, but I also feel like people like that can be annoying.
Yeah, I mean, there's clips I've seen where like Shane Gillis and him are on that Save the Parks or Protect
Yeah.
Our Parks on Joe Rogan, and him, Shane Gillis and Mark Normand.
Oh, something happened. Somebody broke Shyla.
AJ, put the Red Bull back in your crotch. We can't concentrate.
You see my balls too much? I'm sorry. That's funny.
Now I'm jealous. AJ's rocking a huge package over there.
You get a bulge
hanging
cam.
out. Yeah.
I
well,
I apologize to everyone that had to see my balls.
We'll blur it out in post.
yeah, it'll have to be.
We'll pixelate it.
I'm gonna go to jail. What the fuck? I know we're talking. Oh, Mark Norman,
Norman.
Shane
Yeah,
Gillis.
yeah.
But there's a moment that people have clipped out even because it's kind of intense of Shane Gillis and Mark Norman getting in an argument, and Shane's like, "Yeah, because I'm the fucked up one," because he's basically addressing that Mark Norman impulsively, almost like a OCD thing.
Almost like he's
everything
on the
has to be a
spectrum.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless him, but our friend Brandon Ream is almost kind of that
Yeah.
way, where like he is just a joke machine.
Yes,
it's like
he is.
It's a reflex.
Yeah, their
or
brain
something.
just wired itself to write these jokes, and then that wiring took
Yeah.
over the whole operating
Mm-hmm.
system, and now it's just joke. And you're like,
Yeah.
hey, can you just can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can you? All right, I'll see you later.
And when you actually hear Mark Norman talk about his real life, it's totally weird and fucked up. He lived in like some essentially like non-working house in New Orleans for a while. His
A
parents-
huge mansion.
Yeah,
But nothing worked.
It was like an Airbnb or something, but
Whoa.
or like a bed and breakfast, but for kind of wackadoo
Mm.
people and shit. And he's like a kid growing up
called
without
a flop
running
house.
water. Yeah,
But his dad was like a doctor or something.
Yeah, but I think he was an eccentric kind of guy.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
very strange.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember some interviews he's done talking about that stuff. So when it is like, damn, it's almost maybe a defense mechanism if you've had a rough enough life to
Oh, yeah.
just make everything a
for
joke,
sure.
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
And that guy called you Sloppy Joe.
Yes, and I was like, damn. And I remember I had like a cartoon character had like this big wrapped up
You
thumb
did,
at
like
the
a
time.
gigantic, like bandaged thumb.
My thumb is still scarred from it. Like I have a scar on the top still, but
Yeah, I remember
that was a tough day.
Alex, you chopped a good chunk of finger off one time too.
Oh, yeah, sliced the corner clean off.
Yeah. Whew.
Got a brand new chef knife.
Was that at that table place you worked?
No, it was before that. No, it was at home. I got my first like real chef's knife, and like within 10 seconds of it, I just cut the corner of my index finger off, nail and all. Just didn't even feel it.
Mamas.
Whooshing. I'm like, well, that's not going to grow back, but it did.
Excellent. You're like a starfish.
I know, pretty much.
Way to go, man.
Our mutual friend Julia, who works in the medical field, was there when I cut it off because I was making some friends some food, and she had told me that too. Of like, you'll be surprised at how well digits regenerate.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe her, but I remember at one
I
point,
see the scar.
Yeah, you can see the
Yeah.
scar, and there's still like a chunk missing. But at one point, it was literally
Scooped out?
like a plain right angle,
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of was out of it, and
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way that's just gonna come back."
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
I wonder how far. I mean, there's
But
going to be
it
a
did.
limit. Like, how far down can you go before your fingers like?
Well, you
can't
don't
do it.
regenerate bone.
Well,
you know.
right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess you do if you broke a bone. So.
I'll regenerate some bone for you.
Yeah, that's why we had to cover it up.
Gotta put that blur box right there. I'm sorry. It's sitting and like relaxing. My clothes start to bunch up. It's like the last episode. I look like an asshole because my shirt was riding up. Like I was trying to show off the guns. I don't have guns. You know.
you got.
You have huge balls.
I got huge red balls.
Did you narrow them again?
That was so funny. I was just thinking about that today. Maybe telling that story. I can't remember if I ever told it on the podcast.
I think you have.
I've told it on stage,
Yeah.
I know for sure. But I did.
It's a new podcast, baby.
Yeah. Some guy commented, and he was like, "I've been listening since 2016. It's not the first episode." Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Some guy commented on one of our posts where I was like, "Well, at least someone cares enough to call us dumb, I guess."
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm like, "Thanks for listening for so long."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a rebrand."
Yeah. That's funny.
But the Nair thing.
Yeah.
At my dad's house, I don't know. I always snooped through stuff of my parents because I wanted to know what adults did. So I found some things of my mom's over the years. I may have talked about on previous eras of this podcast.
We're live on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else on that yet. But I snoop through my dad's shit sometimes, much to his chagrin. And I did find Nair for men. And at this point in my era, a lot of guys were like fully shaving their pubes. You know?
Sure, yeah.
Like, I guess that was
Yeah,
the
you were a
vibe.
kid in that era.
Yeah.
When you
grew up
were
with no
influenced.
I grew up with internet porn. I'm basically the same age as internet porn.
Right. That's strange.
I don't like thinking about that.
Yeah.
AJ
I love
is
thinking
the
about
same
internet
age
porn.
as internet porn.
That's all I think about.
But it is kind of that way. 91 is sort of, I'm assuming when that starts to get rolling, the internet really starts.
Yeah.
Would you say?
That's a little early.
A little early? Okay.
I mean, that's
I guess those years I wouldn't remember anyway, but
sure.
Right. I
For all
mean, the
intents and
AOL days,
purposes.
you could wait 45 minutes to see Jenny McCarthy's sweet tits, you know?
and then print it out.
Yeah.
That would also take 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you're out of cyan.
And then it takes 48 seconds to ruin that sheet of paper.
That's
Then your mom goes to use the printer the next day to print out some family pictures and wants to know who used all the goddamn cyan.
yeah.
Who jizzed on the cat again? I know it was your dad. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry about
Sorry,
that. Mom.
Sluggo.
But I did use that Nair for men. I guess mainly out of curiosity because I was already shaving my own balls and pubes, you know?
Wait,
Wait.
yeah, let's put an age on this.
Yeah.
This would have been like 13, 14. Pre
You were
losing-
shaving your balls when you were 13?
Yeah.
I had about 11 hairs to shave at that point.
Yeah.
I had friends who had already lost their virginity at 13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Two other 13-year-olds.
Right, right. The cool ones. I mean, yeah. And the other one to their bababysitter. I was like, I think that was rape, but it was
The kinds
fun.
that
Yeah.
would hang out at the bike racks a little
Yeah.
too long, you know?
Yeah.
Those kind of people. Skate park people.
Yeah. The guy with the van was very gentle.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, I wouldn't get into that. We are live on the internet.
That's true.
That's right. We'll say
Children
that for
having
episode
sex.
3.
Gross.
It is gross, but
Yeah.
when you're a kid,
I
you
know.
sort of, I mean, I remember being way younger, like 7 or 8.
Oh, boy.
This is not a molestation story.
Back to the van guy.
For the record. But I had seen porn at that point because, like, I had friends who had older brothers that you could just, like, look, again, snoop through their shit when they weren't there. One of
Yeah,
them
yeah.
had a dick pump. We played with that all the time.
Damn. How, what did
It
you,
was awesome.
did
When you say play
did
with
you
it-
like make your nipples huge?
Yeah, we just, like, use it on ourselves,
Yeah.
which is gross and hide it. But as a kid,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. We use it on our dicks, too. But,
No, I understand. I got.
but he, like, electric taped it on the outside so you couldn't see through it. I don't know if that was because it was disconcerting to see his penis being, because I'm assuming he was using it to try to make his dick bigger. We were using it because we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And also,
fun.
you wanted to have bigger dicks.
I mean, we were hoping.
Yeah.
We were hoping there was a side effect, perhaps, of it.
Come on, God. Yeah.
But I think I maybe got immersed in some of it kind of soon. But all of my friends seemed that way too. I think
Yeah.
maybe a small town thing.
I mean, you see,
Weren't
I
they
remember
sexually active
finding
in Story
I
City?
remember finding a box of porn in the woods,
yeah.
and I remember the biggest. I was like, "What?" And there was the like hustlers and shit, and I remember being like I couldn't. I was like, are dicks supposed to be that big? Because I feel pretty bad about myself right now. Yeah. Well, and then I grew up.
Yeah,
and
you
I
grew
felt
into it.
exactly the same way.
Are dicks supposed to be that big? My asshole sure gonna hurt. But anyway, I was shaving my pubes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
To get back to the main story
Yes,
at hand.
yes.
And I was like, well, I knew what Nair did just from commercials and stuff. This was also the Axe body spray era of my life. And so I was like,
Wow,
well,
you're just.
if we can make this easier than shaving, we'll just do that. And so I did it, and I left it on for, I would guess, like 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
I pump it up for stage. I say like an hour.
Yeah. 20 minutes is long enough, baby.
Yeah.
Way too long.
And I wasn't that
That's way
puby,
too
even
long.
though that, I was
Yeah.
young enough. I was nubile at that point,
Nubile.
I believe that's the correct term. Cherubish. But I remember I could smell like my skin kind of fucking up a little. Like
Yeah.
you could just smell that something was cooking.
Oh man,
Ooh, something on the grill?
Yeah.
Somebody cooking babies.
Yeah. Somebody's cooking hibachi. And I remember I wiped it off, and within maybe 30 minutes or an hour, it was like every single pore where a hair was had become like infected and looked like a little zit.
Ooh.
Like over like the next day or so, it sort of set in like just an awful
Yeah.
disease.
How long did that last?
I would guess about a week or so. I was pretty. I was very shameful.
I'm sure.
I didn't really show or tell anyone about
I was saying,
it.
you probably didn't tell. You just walked
Until
around
now.
like, what's
Yeah.
going on, AJ? I fell down and hit a door.
Yeah,
What?
with my pubes. Yeah.
Man,
Never again.
no.
I'm surprised hair ever grew back there.
Yeah, no, it
Surprised
definitely
you just
did. I
burned
do
the
have
forest
pubes.
down. Just
Good job.
Yeah, it sounds like you've almost seen them tonight from the camera footage. But yeah, the pubes did come in.
Good job.
When did you get pubes?
It was seems like it was late. I don't know. I remember kids like my freshman year of high school, this being like, yeah, dude, I shave every day. And I was like, why? Like, so the hair grows. I was like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're trying to enact.
Yeah, they thought that shaving would make the hair grow. And I didn't have to. I honestly have no fucking idea. I think like 7th grade.
That's good.
I don't know. And then when it came in, baby, it fucking came in.
Like wildfire.
Yeah.
It spread.
Everywhere. Like the only like I don't have that hairy of armpits, or
Yeah.
really my balls aren't that hairy. I don't think balls. I was like, how hairy are balls supposed to be? Mine aren't.
Well, pull them out. Let's take a look.
pull them out.
Big
We get a tight
sensor
shot?
button.
Yeah.
Child, zoom in on that.
No,
Let
what
the
leads
brain go on YouTube, right? It's not the penis.
No, they don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
You don't get thrown off YouTube or anything.
The bat wing.
Did you grow up with friends like that? Like showing each
Like
other
hairy-
like our balls and each
Oh,
other's balls?
I mean, you get to a certain. I tell a joke. It's one of
Yeah.
the lead-ins, but like you're at that age where nobody knows what the fuck is going on, and all your friends show each other your cock and balls. You know?
as a goof.
Yeah. And you go, yeah. I remember being in a tent with a kid, and he's like, "Hey, you want to have a boner contest?" And I was like, "I sure don't." We were in a tent with him and his brother, and then his brother was like, "Look at mine," and then the older brother went. Punched him right in his boner, and I was like, "That was awesome, but I don't want to be a part of this."
Punched in the boner.
Yeah, that same trip. So we were camping. That same trip, we were on a boat. We were on a boat.
Unfortunately, that's painting a real picture in my head right now.
He did it, man. I used to punch the brother in the balls as often as I possibly could, and we were good friends, but it
Sure.
didn't make any sense. So we were on a boat, and his dad, he's like, "We're going to shower in the lake or bathe in the lake," and I was like. And they're like, "Take off your shorts." And I was like, "I am not going to do that either." Like, this is. And then his dad got on the side of the boat with his ivory soap or Dove, whichever one floats. One of them floats. That's why I
Ivory.
use it. And he was like,
A soap
washing
bar?
a soap bar, washing his fucking cock and balls right in front of all of us. And I was like,
Why was he doing that?
because we were bathing in the lake and there were fucking weirdos. And I was like, this seems wrong.
It's time for the family washing.
This same kid one
I
time.
don't mean to pass judgment. But this seems wrong.
Yes. The same kid took me up one time. He's like, "Want to go up to my parents' room and watch TV?" And I was like,
Oh, boy, I don't like
was
where
like,
this is
"Aren't your
going on."
parents up there?" And then we walk up to his parents' room, and his mom is in her bra and underwear, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "I just followed him. I don't know." Yeah, it was pretty fucking weird, dude.
And did she punch you in the boner or what happened?
No, she made us leave rapidly.
That's a family.
Yeah, they were odd.
That was when we lived in South Carolina down the street. It was this is where the porno and everything came into play. It was a family. There was an oldest brother, next youngest, and then so 4 brothers total. One who was younger than me. He was like the youngest of all like the families I was around or hung out with. And then a guy like 2 years older than me, and then the oldest brother might have been like 18 at that point. And that's where I like smoked a cig out of a toaster for the first time. I was like 8 years
Out
old.
of a toaster?
Damn.
What are
you
you
meant
talking
lit it
about?
with the toaster?
Yeah, sorry, lit it
Oh,
with
okay.
the toaster.
All right.
Because it was
You're
back.
like, it's the only way to do it.
Put it in.
It's hot.
But yeah, I guess when you have that many generation, like the kids kind of raising each other
Yeah.
or teaching each other weird shit, and I guess when you are older, it is kind of funny to like show your younger brothers stuff.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
know.
I didn't. I had all my
Yeah, I guess you did.
sisters. So yeah. But I
So you
did.
grew up with the internet. So what's the dumbest thing that you and your friends like read on the internet and instantly believed and then did, or like something you're like, oh my god, like, because you were a kid. I was way too old to fall for anything like.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm trying to think.
I 100% thought the Blair Witch Project was real.
Yeah, I guess that would sort of be in there. I very much almost sent my whole drum set to Egypt one time.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
For what?
But I was like this was like 17 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not really a kid anymore. That's like just a stupid person.
But what was
When
the
you think-
incentive?
It was a Craigslist thing, but like I didn't understand that scam structure yet.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like a Nigerian prince type of thing. Not quite, but
Right.
but a Craigslist version of it where they were like, we're going to send you a money order for the drum set. And they were like going to give me the value I had listed. And I was like, this is great. Craigslist is great.
Yeah.
You could just sell shit like in the next day people buy it full price.
Right.
What
Yeah,
a great marketplace.
Yeah,
And then
can't go wrong.
And I actually got the money order through the mail, and it looked legit. And I took it into the bank to deposit it, and then I was like starting to box up the drum set because I was getting ready to move to California for college.
Yeah.
This was
Okay.
going to be
All
my,
right, this
my
is all right.
my living money. And then when I went to go deposit the money order, they were like, "Yeah, this is totally fake." Like,
That's crazy. Why would they?
It's got a picture of George Bush on it.
They sent you the money order first. You're lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That
exactly, because some people might have like seen that money order, not went to the bank and thought it was good as gold.
Yeah, they're
'cause
like,
money
"Here it
orders
is."
are supposed to be that.
Yeah.
They're supposed-
Yeah.
it's basically like cash or something.
Yeah.
If it's the Western Union type or whatever, if they're verified, this one must be just like a Catch Me If You Can, Frank Abagnale type thing.
nice.
Where
Yeah.
yeah, but I really did try to. So they got me that time. I mean, I definitely ruined multiple family computers via porn websites of like clicking on stuff because there's a whole generation of people who,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guess of all ages really, that were like playing those little games that were in the sidebar. Like at one point, people did play those. Like I was
Yeah.
one of them, you know.
Yeah.
And then you'd click on them. I remember clicking on stuff being like, "I'm about to make my family millionaires." This thing says, "Click here to win $1 million." Yeah.
and then all of a
I
sudden your
still-
computer starts
Yeah.
smoking. You're like, wait a minute.
I remember playing a lot of You Don't Know Jack. I don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah.
know
I played that.
Oh yeah.
I remember really feeling like, wow, I have every answer to like the universe sort of in this like list of or whatever the collection of CDs you install
Right.
on your computer
Oh,
to play
yeah.
the game. It's like some bald guy from the Blue Man Group,
Yep.
and he tells you, "You don't know
Insert
Jack."
disc 6.
Yeah.
Disc 6 is in there. What are you
Where-
talking about?
I used to get
Oh, that
games
shit would drive me crazy.
from the Scholastic Book Fair. From
get what?
I would get computer games from that.
Oh.
And I remember I got, Carmen Sandiego, which was sweet. But then I got a Bill and Ted game, which was like an educational time travel game.
Of course.
And it came with, I think, like 25 floppy disks.
Oh.
So it'd be like, put in disk 19. You're like, oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of disk swapping. It
Yeah.
was fucking insane. So anyway, good
A
story.
lot of disc swapping.
Disc swapping.
A lot of dick swapping.
That's at Encounters.
Yes.
As we're starting to bring this podcast to a close, because we've done an hour and 10 minutes already,
Nice.
by the way, boys. Pretty impressive.
Just getting warmed up.
And other than, I guess, us being like AC/DC live concert volume level, things have been going pretty well. Is that correct, Shyla?
Oh,
Nice.
thumbs up.
Hell yeah. And I guess I'm looking forward to the ball footage.
Roll that beautiful ball footage.
I thought I might show you all a clip or two, and I have it set up so that they'll be able to hear the audio. I don't want to show the clip for copyright reasons.
Right,
but
right.
I believe we can still do the audio. Well, I guess this first one is just a photo. We'll start with this one. You might have seen this. I think
I was
forwarded
going to bring
along.
this up.
Yes, I thought this would be a nice little topic. We'll post this on the story, folks, for you to see it. But it's the two young ladies who
The
are
conjoined twins.
the blonde girls. I think they maybe had a show or something.
I know I watched something about them like 10, 15, maybe longer years ago. It was like a Dateline or something. Some sort of special with the
Hensel twins. is
Hensel twins.
what it looks
Yeah.
like.
And we
And
can
I haven't
read-
really seen or heard from them since then. I'm like, whatever happened to the conjoined twins?
And according to Sarah, it turns out that fella is a little bit of a creep. Surprise, surprise.
The husband guy
Yes. Yeah.
for wanting to marry the two-headed woman.
Hey, to each.
Well, I mean that's sort of what the post is about. It looks like it was a Twitter originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want?
You want to read it, Toll?
Sure. Let's see what she say. Because everyone is asking, we're just going to tell you. Why would you say we there, by the way? Anyway, we're just going to tell you. Yes, I have sex with my husband. Yes, I go down on him.
I didn't like that part.
Yes, my sister Brittany is there. No shit, bitch. Yes, my sister and I orgasm as one, but when
like
I
that.
sleep with my husband, she's usually reading a book or listening to a true crime podcast, so she just puts the pleasure out of her mind.
Okay.
I'm sure she does.
Okay. So
Sometimes she'll eat a lean cuisine while we're doing it. Yeah, and the aromas off-putting.
He likes to choke us both at the same time.
which one is married? Which one is married to him?
Isn't it obvious?
It is a great question because it doesn't necessarily have to be the one that's closest to him in this picture. That could just be.
What if he just kills one of them?
Then they both die.
I bet one of those heads keeps on keeping on.
No, they're two. I remember on the show, basically, if I remember, like, so, I mean, if you don't know, it's basically, it looks like a woman with two heads. I mean, that's
what it is.
and that's basically what
she
it is. But they both
I don't mean to-
are their own people. They're their own
They
separate.
each have their own brain.
Yes, their own minds, everything. But the one on the left controls the left arm and the left leg, and the one controls the other one. And then they have like a couple like double sets of organs, and they share some. Like there's no, if one of them if something happens to one, they're both going down.
Right.
Right. Oh, yeah. They're two interconnected.
Yeah, they're two. I mean, it's one body. It's
better because there was that one gal that was connected at the top of her head.
That's a tough one.
yeah, I forgot about those
That'd be
two.
rough. Be harder to marry that one. You know what I'm saying?
One with a little stool.
Yeah. Yeah, where she was like hanging down from the other one's head.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how's it going?
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Danny T was doing a bit or working out a bit on stage about this.
I'm sure he was.
And it made me cry with laughter because I was thinking about, he had some angle about it, but the angle that it made me think of was, like, can you imagine getting in an argument with those two? Like, you piss off both of them at the same time, and then you have, like, one of them that you're not actually married to, but you, like, cannot separate from the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, you could never talk shit about,
Yeah.
like, what if you don't like the other one?
Yeah.
But
Say,
the-
who's getting the bag on their head tonight?
I know. That's what she goes down on her husband. We didn't need to know that.
But
you can't-
everyone was asking.
But the other girl's
That's
head
what-
is right next to hers. It's like being like me and Toll put on a giant bear sweatshirt both are like we're
Yeah, and you have to suck my dick.
Yeah.
yeah
But only told, but you're
yeah,
there.
but I'm right there.
Abby, work the balls, God damn it.
She has headphones on, listening to a true crime podcast while I don't know. I don't know.
What I
This
loved,
is-
like,
this is
I love the
God bless him.
the tone of the posting too.
He did not.
Man,
Still
oh
got
man,
it, baby.
Man, oh man.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn.
One of them, I don't know.
Oh God.
It
That
does
joke was so
seem-
good it literally killed the room.
I don't know. What kind of.
Oh, that they were the tone of the post of this tweet. They are so irate, which means that they've been asked some of these questions that many times,
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
on
yeah.
the internet. Of,
Yes.
So, like, what's it like when you blow them? Like,
Yeah.
any post they make, somebody is
Right.
posting that.
So you're blowing him, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
my sister Bray. Well, like,
Yeah.
we know your sister is there for
You
sure.
know what he could do? He could get a head job where he just sticks his dick between both their heads and lubes them up. And be like, yeah, sweet.
The valley,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
meaning of the next. Oh,
Talk
boy.
about getting ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When you think it has to be, I mean, no matter what it is, a compromise. But they must have agreed that he was suitable for both of them,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
think
of course.
yes, my sister and I orgasm is one, which means likely, you know,
She ignores the orgasm.
She's
The one.
she's listening to
Good
her
luck.
true crime podcast, and all of a sudden she's like,
Yeah, yeah.
reading Artemis Fowl. I think that's what that book's called. Young adult novel. Anyway, I thought that would be a nice little time for us to riff on. I mean, I think by far the funniest part to me is just knowing that they do get hit up with these questions that often.
of course.
And God bless them for, I mean, I appreciate their honesty.
He did not,
Yeah.
as we discussed.
Yes. The next thing I'd like to show you is something we posted actually on our No Sleep, but I wanted to get your opinions on it.
Oh, that's. Hell yeah. Alex breaking. Way down. Way down.
Way down.
Damn,
pretty
dog.
sweet.
Where'd you learn to dance? Did those sisters teach you?
Well, I like that. The one comment we have: "Can I share your stuff?" Fire.
Hell yeah.
I want to know if it's a bot account. If it's a real account, they can share it.
Iowa,
_community.
yeah, share that hot
Cool.
content.
Ooh.
That's a good tune, though.
Yeah, Alex did have some moves. Mm-hmm. Either of you two actually watched Breakin', that movie?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Nope.
I knew it was old enough for Alex. All right, and then this is a video I would like to show you. You'll get the audio in the chat here, but this fella, man can't believe 21 cars were stolen from Memphis auction site. And this guy seems all right by me.
Believe that?
What? 21 cars? What? They could've-
Eric, they stole 21 cars. Can you believe that?
What? 21 cars? What? They could have gave me a car. 21 cars? What they gonna do? How they gonna drive 21
At
cars?
once.
Right. That's crazy. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. I've been telling these folks, man, you need to get your life together. 21 cars? Where you gonna park all them cars at? You can't do it. I don't know what's going on with these folks. These folks need to get themselves together out here. It's too hot to be driving 21 cars. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna use all them cars? Crazy. I hope they find them 21 cars, though.
I hope they find that 21 cars.
It's too hot to be driving 21 cars. That's amazing.
Consider this your sign.
Oh.
Stock up on sign.
Boy.
Because
Oh, they got to pay us now, right?
Yeah. Vistaprint ad.
Hell yeah.
But that guy, I think, might have been involved in those 21 cars. I hope they
Seemed a
find them
little-
21 cars.
Seemed a little too surprised by it.
What? Yeah.
How you going to drive 21 cars?
That is kind of amazing.
I just love his energy towards it.
Yeah.
That's right up there with the Leprechaun. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
That's the internet.
I heard it was a
That's-
leprechaun.
Yeah.
That goes back a long ways.
That's Internet Hall of Fame right
yes.
there. Yep.
That's the internet I grew up with.
Everybody see a leprechaun, say yeah. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
and the sketch of it.
Well, and that guy shows up and he's like, "Yes, I'm actually." He's a black guy and he's like, "I'm a great descendant of one of the original leprechauns. I'm Black Irish, which I think is a real term, but I don't know if that's
Yeah.
what it means.
Yeah.
I don't think it means skin color necessarily. But it's like a PVC with a piece of PVC pipe with holes drilled into it. And he's like, "Yeah, this is from my great grandfather." It was a magical flute to ward off the evil leprechauns. Oh, tremendous. This podcast has been tremendous. Those are the little clippies. I just figured we'd experiment and maybe on social media, if we clip any of that stuff out, I can stick the little clip kind of in the lower third like I did with the raccoon one, which I thought was
nice.
kind of fun,
Yeah.
you know, so you get
Yeah.
the reference.
Yep.
That's sort of what they do on YouTube these days sometimes.
Sure.
Do we have any questions or comments, Shyla?
No, it was important for you to know, though, that it was Nell that was thrown off by your crotch.
Nell was thrown off by my crotch. Tremendous.
That is tremendous.
I put a water bottle in front of it now.
There you go.
Yes. I will make sure I'll wear a cummerbund for the next podcast. Or one of those metal like crotch plates that jousters wear.
Yeah, like a fencer. Like
Yeah.
the whole,
I think
Yeah.
you're just wearing tighter pants. Although Alex has got some. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
guess
it just
we
kind
all-
of slid and bunched
yeah, you
up.
have to be careful,
Yeah.
otherwise everything starts pulling back,
Yeah. Well,
pushed out.
It was almost like an empanada where my balls like got stretched over the top of my penis like that, sort of folded over.
Little AJ Calzone.
Yes. Mamma mia.
Oh.
The gabagool. The gabagool.
There we go.
But otherwise, it was just people telling us we were too loud and that they were
That's
having
all
a
right.
great time.
Well,
Nice. I mean, if there's more, you'd
did
like
you
to
ever see that? Well, I was just going to mention the guy. Remember the guy that did like the penis performance? You guys ever see that guy?
Puppetry of the penis?
Yeah. On Real Sex, and he would like he'd be like, "It's the hamburger," and then he'd put like his balls and his penis in between, and be like, "Plick," and he'd be like, "Damn, that really looks like a hamburger with like sesame seeds on it." You know, that was impressive. That's the only one I remember, but I was like,
feeling
"Way to go,
hungry.
guy!" Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
And this was like a recurring segment or something?
No, I've seen it more than once.
It was a
but
show. It was like a
Yeah.
popular show
He did like
20 years ago.
Yeah,
Like travel around, like teehees could have like puppetry of the penis.
yeah, and he would do like all this crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
They did
with his-
festivals and
He must have really.
How do you get
Loose.
around the, I guess it's like strip
performance art.
strip
Yeah.
club
You can
laws?
free speech, you know?
Same way
You can
that's
show your
why
balls
Dave
on
Chappelle can
stage?
smoke
Yeah.
on stage,
Sure. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I'm assuming.
but you can. I mean, they do naked plays.
We'll find out at TV.
Daniel
system.
Radcliffe
Yeah.
did
Showed his
Equus.
dick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big story.
And there was. It's
I was trying to think of a joke, but it's too
Yeah,
late
me
now.
too.
Too late.
I think the thing I remember the most about it was me and my friends being like, "Does he fuck the horse?" He does fuck the horse, I think.
Isn't it about horse fucking?
I think he's in love with the horse.
Yeah. Remember that guy?
Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Daniel fucks a horse. I did it. Oh well. There was no going back.
I like when you sing.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I wish it was a more clever tune.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
That's a winner right there. It's going viral.
Daniel fucks a horse. Remember that guy that got killed horse fucking several years ago?
Another Internet Hall of Fame
Yeah,
person.
Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Horrific.
the toughest time I've ever spent on the internet was when I first moved to Los Angeles, and a guy I lived with had some friends from Pennsylvania that came for like 2 weeks and lived with us in a studio apartment. And one of these guys wound up like
Pennsylvania boys.
banging the neighbor girl for almost they started a relationship during it. It was like the weirdest shit ever, and they'd shower with the door open. Strange but cool kind of guys.
Right.
And they showed me 4chan for the first time. I'd never even heard of it before. Before that, I'd only ever heard of like Rotten.com,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I would look at the Erickson Public Library at sometimes.
There was another one too. Rotten.
There'd be like Imam's World
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Rock or it was, something Rockstar.
Yeah, there were several of those. Just want to see some horrible shit sites.
Yeah, you'd see something like hilarious, like a guy crash his head into like a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
You get
and then you'd
pulled
also
in.
see a guy get shot like
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, you get pulled in with like a cute, like something you can see on Tosh.0 of some idiot like jumping off a ramp, and you're like crazy. And then the next video is like, well, I guess I'm gonna go die now because
Yeah.
I can't live with that image I just
Yeah.
saw in my head, and I did not mean to see that. And now my brain is burnt.
Yeah, I truly think it burnt out something that ultimately led to me getting into stand-up comedy, because I remember being on Rotten.com and the first photo on the page was a guy who had been decapitated by a helicopter blade because he like didn't duck his head, and then the next photo down was a pumpkin with a lady sitting on the stem of it, like going in her ass.
Oh yeah.
It was like the worst and coolest thing I'd ever seen, like back to back. You know?
Yeah.
It's a real,
And
it's a
that
real
crossed
head snapper.
wires. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how. Yeah, that's how brains get broken.
Yeah, that's like where the internet goes awry. And 4chan was like that on steroids, where I couldn't believe the shit you would see on 4chan.
Yeah.
There was like legitimate child porn and shit.
Mama.
Yeah. It would get like taken down and stuff, but it was known.
I mean, that's basically the black hole of the internet where all evil comes out of.
Yeah.
Is from one of the Chan sites.
Yes.
Whatever current
8chan,
iteration.
Yeah.
whatever. And then there's that other, I never even tried it, but the, isn't there that whole like dark
The
web?
dark web. Yeah.
Which,
I mean, that's still the internet, but
yeah, I don't know what separates it exactly. I see it in a
all-
matrix way, but
I mean, you hear people. I've heard people like on NPR, but you watch a news magazine show, and like you think you want to know what's going on, like you don't want to know. Basically, like the people that have to research it and stuff that are like trying to catch child predators and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a way to end the
Yeah,
podcast.
perfect.
Yeah.
am I thinking of something else? But did we talk about making a movie like that, where like that would be the antagonist? That would be what that'd be sort of. It would be a guy who works at a porno, like is the one that has to find that stuff, and it's some guy in a third world country.
Oh.
And that's his origin story, like towards hating America, basically,
Right.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Sounds
us or
familiar.
something
I
else.
think
I've
we've had a
heard.
discussion about this before. But I don't
Whoever
know
it
if
was, it's a pretty interesting idea of
Yeah.
like that's a terrible job to have to
like the worst possible job.
yeah
Yeah.
like finding child pornography
Yeah.
for a living, like as an FBI agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a lady fucking a dog on Facebook once.
That's a great story.
It was great. And she was totally doing it voluntarily, and the dog seemed okay with it too.
The dog was given a thumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the dog.
I'm gonna say I wanted to make the subject less
Yeah.
rancid.
I mean, that is hilarious.
So we'll just switch to bestiality.
Yeah, sure. But I remember some DJ, speaking of Liars Club, it was like a DJ from that place.
Leave Liars Club out of this.
Yeah, and he was like, "Look at this! Look what I found!" And I was like, I thought it was going to be like national news when I saw it. I was like, "This is going to be like," because it had like 8 million views and tens of thousands of likes, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be like on the news."
right.
That
And probably
somebody-
comments of people being like, nice.
Yeah, it was exactly that. That's all it was. Like, that lady's hot. It was like, and she was, and I was
Video?
like, the lady was getting
Wish
fucked
I was
by
a
a
dog
wine
all of
rider.
a sudden.
Yeah, and then he licked it out. It was gross. And I was sitting in my mom's living room scrolling through Facebook,
And
and
now
I was like, "Deet." I was like, those are weird looking legs, and I was like, what the fuck am I? I was like, oh, it's a dog.
and you see that your mom's already liked it.
Oh, damn, Joellen.
Your mom shared it, and her caption was me when I say I've got that dog in me. I got that dog.
Oh
in
my
me.
god.
Joellen, you a freak for real.
OMGs.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I know shit, my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
Oh.
Fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like,
But that goes to show humanity that like there was that many people not wanting it to be taken down.
No,
you know?
not
that were
fully.
like.
I mean, the DJ from the Liars Club is the one that shared it. I remember that specifically. I was like, I'm unfriending you. This is fucked.
Honestly,
But
that
I am
sounds
gonna
like
quietly
something that the
follow.
DJ from the Liars Club would do.
Yeah. Where he was like, "This shit's crazy."
Yeah.
Coming down off an 8-ball after DJing all night.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. I mean, that's like Alex's classic joke about the share button on porn, where it's like,
Yeah.
why even have that? Like,
My
are you
God.
gonna share it to your like Insta or something? Be like,
Gotta see
That's
this.
what I
that's
get
what I've been whacking off.
on
to.
Pornhub now. It's like, hey, you can look at all the porn you liked, and I'm like, bitch, I have never liked a porn in my entire goddamn life. Quit prompting me with that.
Yeah, I mean-
yeah,
You never cast
Don't
your
put
vote.
me on the
No,
record.
yeah.
I'm not going on the record on any of this.
no, absolutely not.
Oh, goddamn. Well,
Well,
I hope we have redeemed ourselves from at least we started on time. Sorry, it was loud for a while there, folks. The audio version will be good to go. There's something weird about going to the internet and the processing that causes it to peak easier over there, I guess. I'm trying to figure it out. I tried putting a limiter on it over there this time, but whatever.
Who knows?
What a great closing, AJ. All right.
hey, no, it's,
Here, I'll ask one last question because you two are people that would have great opinions on this. Do you think Darth Vader fucked?
I mean, I guess not after
Like, once he's in the
Amidala.
No, shit all got burnt off.
Yeah, he was just like a head.
Or unless he,
Well, I guess he's like
maybe,
a body, like part of it. He's got a
Maybe he
robo
pushes
dick.
one of those buttons here, and it's like, boop, and then
Bing bong.
you hear the penis pump start.
It has a black electrical tape on the outside.
Yeah, that's a good. Does anybody?
It crossed
in
my
the Star
mind on the
Wars
treadmill
universe-
today.
I don't think so.
The Star Wars universe seems almost sex-free. Nobody's really fucking.
Yeah, someone did at some point.
That's true.
The Ewoks like crazy.
Yum.
Yeah.
Furry little.
Yeah. That's what's up. I'd watch that video.
That came across Facebook, he'd be like, I'm not gonna report
Yeah.
that.
Like, is there a problem if it's two dogs fucking? Like, is that still bestiality?
No. I mean, it's
No, but like, could you still show it on the internet in the
Yeah,
same way?
you can.
You could show two dogs fucking.
You can show that on PBS.
like a close up, like
Yeah.
Gonzo shot of dog pussy.
I mean, I think you could. Yeah, they show animals giving birth,
True.
so that's
It's all science, you know?
yeah.
The miracle of life.
Yeah, it's all science. The
Hell
sweet
yeah.
science.
Ooh, so scientific.
Bill Nye after dark.
Those animals fucking.
You guys aren't gonna believe this video.
Crikey.
Kids, maybe don't watch this one. All right, watch it.
beautiful animal.
Look at the hog on this one.
Look at the hog on this hog.
Yikes. All right. Well, folks.
Hard bestiality bent at the end. Good
Yeah,
job.
still
Yeah.
more embarrassing on video.
Yeah, you betcha.
But I won't think about it till later.
This has been No Sleep, the podcast. Thank you so much to our producer, Shyla. Our friend Dave was in the crowd as well tonight. Thank you all for watching live. I hope it's a fun experience. We'll continue to try to do that chat thing at the end and think of some questions maybe. We'll engage that way so we can make it fun for live as well as people listening after. But anyway, I've been AJ Simmons.
Ooh, I've been told McGrain.
And that been the ice cream king of Des Moines, Iowa, Alex Carter.